health coach with specialty certifications in emotional eating and mental health and weight loss. She is the best-selling and award-winning author of Food. I love this. When I read this is how I read it. Dear Food, I love you. I hate you. Don't leave me. I love it. I love it. A Bible study series. Julia has personally overcome a life of obesity and can help you do the same with her joyful, practical, life-changing Christian weight loss and healthy living program. Thank you, Julia, for joining us today. I appreciate it. And honey, you look great.
Oh, thank you. So do you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can you give us a little bit more information about your book and what made you write that book?
Yes. So I have struggled with food my whole life. I remember being, brownies, there's Girl Scouts and then there's brownies. I remember being at a brownie cookout and eating so many marshmallows that when my parents picked me up, I was throwing up in the, behind a tree. And so for me, eating too much of what I love has always been a struggle. And so when I went to college, a lot of people gained 20 pounds, 15, I gained 50. And I struggled. And so at one point, we adopted special needs twins who needed a feeding protocol. And so with all of the different foods and everything in the house, I discovered that I had fatty liver and I was morbidly obese and I didn't know what to do. And so I loved Jesus all my life. I've loved Jesus since I was 5, and I couldn't figure out why my prayers weren't working. I prayed and prayed that God would rescue me from food and needing to eat food, but I didn't understand why I couldn't be on a diet like everybody else. The diets that worked for everyone else did not work for me. And so as a result, I had to go through a food recovery program, and it took me years to figure out that God really did care about my little food problem, because I was emotional eating, and He wanted me to come to Him with my emotions instead of going to food with my emotions. And so out of that came this book, and I really want to encourage and help other women who struggle with emotional eating, because when we stop going to food with our emotions and go to God and let Him help us through life, we really do see Him love us in ways we never thought possible. And He also helps our health. So I've been able to recover from morbid obesity and all of the things that the health issues that I had related to overeating so much food. And now I have Dear Food, I Love You, I Hate You, Don't Leave Me, my book series.
Look, did I do the title justice?
You did it perfect. Amazing.
That is so many people's relationship with food, and I can tell you it definitely is mine as well, because I have tried so many diets and tried so many different things and nothing has worked. But this is the one thing that caught my attention. We don't think that God cares about our weight and our health as far as food and things like that. Some of us, we don't think that is His concern. We think that He's concerned with, of course, our health, our finances, and things like that. But sometimes we don't think that He is concerned with the way we eat and things like that. So I'm really interested in reading your book. I really am.
What you're saying is so important, because God cares about how we are doing emotionally. And if we don't feel good in our own skin to be able to go out and be confident to serve Him, or if we don't, I run into so many of my readers who think that God isn't happy with them because they're not at their goal weight. One of my readers told me something really funny the other day. She said, you're not going to get to heaven and God's going to say, well done, good and faithful servant, you reached your goal weight. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, right. God loves us as we are. Yeah. But if the food problem or challenge that we're facing and subsequent results of that in our bodies or our health is keeping us from feeling like He loves us, is inhibiting our confidence, and is keeping us from doing things we really love to do for the Lord and with our families and hopping into pictures and all of those things, then yes, God cares about that because He loves us.
Yeah, because if you're feeling sluggish and weighed down and all of that, you can't perform well in ministry.
A lot of that too.
Simple as that, right? So where can we find your book? And do you have website and all of that?
Yes, yes. So you can find Dear Food, I Love You, I Hate You, Don't Leave Me on Amazon. And there's 3 books in the series. So they're each a 10-week series done in order. So you can do them by yourself, or you can grab some friends and do it in 3 10-week Bible studies. So it could be at a church, maybe say fall, winter,
maybe like
and
a
spring.
women's group, maybe, or it doesn't even have to be a women's group, but
Exactly. Sometimes it helps to do it with other people because it can go deep, and it's nice to be able to talk to somebody about it alongside Jesus, of course.
Right. Well, we are glad to have you today on our show. Thank you so much. And we encourage you guys to look up Julia's book and purchase it from her. And hopefully we'll have you on our podcast doing a more in-depth video.
Oh, I would love that. Also, one more thing. With each chapter, I have YouTube videos that go alongside. So while the reader is doing it, I can encourage you. And also, I have an awesome community on Circle.
Okay.
So a lot of the readers who are doing it are all there talking about it, and the podcast and the chapter videos and the downloads, everything is easily accessible on Circle, which is a free community.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon.